So this is my research proposal pitch about immigrant youth voting and civic engagement. So the main question is how an immigrant's age of entry into America has an impact on their civic engagement when they're in high school. So many of the other studies surrounding the topic of immigrant voting and civic engagement usually put the focus more so on adults and not really on first generation high school students. So I aim to fill in these gaps and better our understanding on how to make civic integration easier for immigrant youth while also shining light on the different factors that may hold significance in this particular process. And it's been reported that the level of civic engagement among immigrant youth is lower compared to that of individuals born in America. And my study can make an impact by increasing these levels, since more than a fifth of the students in America are immigrants. But despite this, many first generation teenagers are in schools that lack the lessons and the activities crucial to developing their civic identity. But my study can recognize the appropriate resources and the support that these adolescents need to become more involved within their community and be aided in the process of civic integration. And there is literature that discusses the civic development of undocumented youth, but my research can display how age of immigration can also factor into this. And for the experiment, my approach in collecting data is through interviews with 20 high school students throughout New York City that attend different high schools, private, public, stuff like that. And also, I'm not looking for a specific demographic to be pulling participants from, but I'm just going to focus more so on getting adolescents that immigrated to the United States at all different ages. So for the first part, I'll be collecting just basic info, such as when they migrated to the States and what their demographic is. For the second part, I'll ask how involved they are within their community, such as through volunteering or activism, community organizing, and asking them to rate that on a scale of 1 to 5. Then for the third part, it will be comprised of open-ended questions about their experiences, where they can talk freely about what they would change about their civic integration and maybe what struggles they faced in the process. And even though I will be inquiring about the participants' voting behaviors, such as if they're pre-registered, I will focus more so on civic engagement to account for the individuals who don't have an American passport and are not eligible to vote, even if they are of age. And for my hypothesis, I said that immigrants who have migrated to America later on in their lives will have a harder time being civically integrated and will be less civically engaged in high school. And to add a personal anecdote, I was born in the Philippines, but I moved to the US when I was about 4 years old. So I hadn't experienced any struggles with transitioning to America or acquiring English, but I wondered what if these struggles were amplified for those who moved here when they were teenagers, and what if this results in them not prioritizing civic engagement or not prioritizing involvement with political affairs and American politics. And that's the end of my presentation. I'll take any questions.